Watch. Carlos Alcaraz mobbed by journalists moments after touching down in Spain. Carlos Alcaraz has reached another extraordinary milestone in his rapidly growing legacy. Fresh off his historic maiden Australian Open triumph, the Spaniard found himself at the center of intense media attention as he finally returned home. At just 22 years and 258 days, Alcaraz became the youngest male player in tennis history to complete the career Grand Slam, surpassing Don Budge's long-standing record from 1938. The world number one sealed his seventh Grand Slam title by defeating Novak Djokovic in the 2026 Australian Open final, adding Melbourne glory to his already impressive French Open, Wimbledon, and US Open titles. Such an achievement inevitably drew admiration from all corners. However, the celebrations came with a downside. After a long journey from Melbourne to Madrid and then from Madrid to Murcia, Alcaraz finally reached home, hoping for some rest with his family. Instead, he was swarmed by journalists, with videos circulating online showing the relentless media presence outside his residence. While the victory was undoubtedly one to celebrate, especially after 8 years of waiting to finally conquer the Australian Open, the overwhelming attention may not have been welcome after such an exhausting campaign. However, amid all the buzz in Spanish media, shortly after Alcaraz converted the match point against Djokovic, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez took to social media to congratulate the young champion. Carlos Alcaraz has given us an example of effort, overcoming adversity, and courage to make history again at the Australian Open. A champion who makes us thrill with his tennis and fills us with pride. Congratulations, Carlos Alcaraz. From a sporting perspective, Alcaraz's achievement places him among elite company. He now has 7 Grand Slam men's singles titles, equaling Bjorn Borg for the most won by any player under the age of 23 in the Open era. Moreover, he has become only the 6th male player to complete the career Grand Slam in the Open era, joining Rod Laver, Andre Agassi, Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and his defeated final opponent, Novak Djokovic. Despite the fame and frenzy surrounding him, Carlos Alcaraz has remained grounded. Speaking to El Mundo, the Spaniard reflected on how reality differs from his childhood dreams. When asked whether he imagined life would be like this, Alcaraz admitted, "I dreamed of winning the biggest titles, of having several Grand Slams, but I didn't know what I would feel or what would happen in my life. The feelings are a little different from what I imagined as a child." He further explained how success doesn't arrive overnight, adding that behind every trophy lies years of progression, from ATP 250 events to Masters 1000 tournaments, and relentless hard work. Addressing whether his rapid success worries him, Carlos Alcaraz was clear-headed. "I'm clear about my foundation, where I'm from, where I come from, who my people are, and nobody's going to change that for me. If I ever make a mistake, I have my family and my people to bring me back down to earth." For now, Carlos Alcaraz stands not only as a history maker but also as a reminder that even amid global stardom, staying grounded remains his greatest strength. But what's the next historic feat he's eyeing? The 2026 AO champion, Carlos Alcaraz, reveals his next targets. Fresh off his historic Australian Open triumph, Carlos Alcaraz is already setting his sights on the next chapter of his career. The Spaniard, who continues to rewrite record books at just 22, has now revealed the tournaments he is most eager to conquer following his Melbourne success. While many have begun speculating whether he could one day surpass Djokovic's all-time slam record, the world number one remains focused on ticking off several prestigious events still missing from his resume. Speaking about his ambitions, Alcaraz highlighted 3 major targets. "The big tournaments always motivate me, and there are several Masters 1000s that I'd like to win at least once," he said. The Spaniard further emphasized his desire to lift the ATP Finals trophy, but his biggest emotional goal appears to be the Davis Cup. "The Davis Cup is a tournament I love. I really enjoy playing for Spain, and I'd love to have it in my trophy cabinet," he added. Alongside these goals, another massive challenge looms over the young superstar, completing the coveted calendar Grand Slam. What does he think about it? Addressing the possibility of joining this legendary group, Alcaraz struck a cautious but optimistic tone. "It's going to be a big challenge." "Those are big words," he admitted after his win over Djokovic. The Spaniard made it clear that he prefers to stay grounded and approach the season step by step. I just want to take it one at a time. Right now, the next one is the French Open. I have great memories there, and I feel really special every time I go back. Meanwhile, the Spaniard has already made one significant scheduling decision. Shortly after his Melbourne triumph, it was announced that Alcaraz would withdraw from the Rotterdam Open, where he was a defending champion after defeating Alex de Minaur in last year's final. What are your thoughts on this decision made by Carlos Alcaraz?